Sega holds on to Metal Sonic's original theme way too much, and the worst part is, the theme we associate with him isn't even his. Not only that, but the one Sega really likes to beat to death is the theme which comes from the Japanese release of Sonic CD. The majority of fans who played the original game would have been more familiar with his US theme. I may have dived straight into the deep end here, so let me just resurface and tell you guys a little story. Way back in 1993, Sonic CD was released for the Sega CD gaming console. In this game, Sonic's most formidable rival, Metal Sonic, made his first ever appearance after a series of previous Sonic robots. And this creation of Eggman's was to be the final design which we would all see for over 2 decades. You'd think that there would be an epic fight sequence, right? Well, no. Metal Sonic was merely raced to death. It was an iconic moment in Sonic history, of course, but it's a moment that should stay in the past. Sega spends too much time digging this moment from its grave and making it dance in the spotlight. Originally in Sonic CD, the music which played during Metal Sonic's race with Sonic was supposed to be the standard boss theme. And in the final version of the game, you can still hear the boss music's intro before the race begins. But the track then changes so that it is the music for the actual level you are playing on, which is the Stardust Speedway Bad Future. The soundtrack is good and all, but do we really need to fight Metal Sonic to the same music when it wasn't even made for him? Sure, fans associate Stardust Speedway with Metal Sonic, but it's been 25 years since Metal and Sonic had their race. Stardust Speedway should be in the past. In 2 modern Sonic games, Metal Sonic was actually fought in the Stardust Speedway level to different remixes of the Japanese level soundtrack. The first time was in Sonic Generations, and then again in Sonic Mania. I'm not saying I didn't like these boss fights or the soundtrack remixes, but it's becoming a little old when you see Stardust Speedway in a Sonic game, because you know it means you're going to battle Metal Sonic. It also does irritate me that Sega doesn't just milk the Japanese theme, but they also milk the US soundtrack too. In Sonic Forces, Metal Sonic was battled to a remix of the American Stardust Speedway theme. It's like Sega can't even make up their minds. You wanna know why? Because there are 2 versions of the track and the fans constantly fight over which one is better. Other themes produced for Metal Sonic haven't exactly been as memorable, such as his boss theme from Rise of Lyric, his battle theme from Sonic 4, and even his Metal Madness battle from Sonic Heroes.
Annihilate. So you're the one behind all this, huh?
Consuming power of others at your own will. And that's supposed to make you tough?
But you know which soundtracks did stand out for Metal Sonic? His battle theme from Sonic the Fighters and, of course, What I'm Made Of from Sonic Heroes. While his theme from Sonic the Fighters wasn't that popular, it stood out as a good track and had a melody which could stick into your head. Plus it did suit Metal quite a bit. So I'd like to see this theme revived for a battle with him rather than the background music of a level. As for What I'm Made Of, that must be one of my favourite vocal tracks from the entire Sonic franchise, let alone by Crush 40. If Sega created a new game with a Metal Sonic battle and included some epic instrumental remix of What I'm Made Of, I think it would perfectly capture the mood of the battle. The song really psychs the player up to finish that battle and perfectly describe the rivalry between Sonic and Metal, as the song could represent both characters' perspectives, and the music sounds like something you'd fight to. As for the Stardust Speedway theme, it really doesn't sound like something you would fight to. I actually think the US version of the theme sounds more like a battle theme, but even then it still sounds relatively calm. It may suit a race, but it doesn't suit an actual battle. I think it's about time Metal Sonic's main theme changed to be one which was actually created for him. What I'm Made Of is a perfect song to use again in a fight. Imagine a battle between Sonic and Metal in a modern game, but it played out similar to the battle in Sonic Mania. Now imagine that battle with What I'm Made Of. In fact, imagine all Metal Sonic battles with What I'm Made Of.
Trying to reach inside of me, trying to drain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity, trying to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what I'm made of now.
If we could get a theme which sounded like that, then Metal Sonic battles would become much more intense and interesting. Also, just a quick side note, but if Metal was represented by his vocal theme, it wouldn't be the first time to see this with a Sonic character. Shadow has often been represented with Throw It All Away and All Hail Shadow, two songs written for his character.
Who the heck are you? Shadow? I am Lancelot, Knight of the Round Table. I challenge you to a duel.
Shadow, what's the deal?
Chaos Control!
Another Shadow? He just disappeared.
That was a fake.
Sonic has been represented by His World, Open Your Heart, and Live and Learn. 3 songs which were pretty much also written for him. Eggman, the series villain, has also been represented by the song Eggman. So again, this further proves my point. Most characters are represented by vocal songs, and all of these songs came during or after the Dreamcast era of Sonic games. So it's about time Metal was finally given a new theme, and I think What I'm Made Of will work perfectly. Sorry for getting a little salty, but I just thought I'd do a video about this. It's unfair that one of the oldest and most popular Sonic characters is still fought to the same theme from 1993, and the theme alternates between the Japanese and American versions. Plus, it's not even Metal's theme anyway. So please, Sega, let go of the Stardust Speedway soundtrack and let Metal just have his own music. Maybe the reason Metal is fought to the Stardust Speedway Bad Future theme is because Sega knew that he was going to have a bad future with theme songs.